Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here, and welcome to today's video. It's the Women Who Collab, and Jessica is my partner for this week, and so she chose the Forget Me Not palette from Violet Voss out of the two that I had presented to her. And so the shades that she has chosen for me are this beautiful mango orange one, and then this turquoise blue, and then this bright blue right next to it, and then down here this darker blue, and then this turquoise shimmer right here. I believe those are the 5 that she chose for me. So didn't I write that down? Hang on, let me double check, y'all. Yeah, that's right. And so anyway, I will post a picture that where she showed what shades I should use. So anyway, for right now, let me just swatch them for you guys. They're so pretty. And when I first got this palette, I was so intimidated by it. All these bright blues. But back around the holiday season last year, there they are right there. Back around the holiday season last year, I had a goal in mind, and that was to use more blues this year. And so I've been working on that, and I'm not near as intimidated by them now as I once was. And I don't know why I was intimidated, because I used to use them all the time, like back in, you know, the 80s. But it's been a while. So anyway, here's the shades. Super, super pretty. And Violet Voss formulas, they blend so well together. But this one right here on the end, oh my gosh, the pigment on that is just, look at it on my thumb. So they're all really super pretty, but some of them are, you know, it seems like a thinner type formula than the others. Like this one right here that looks like a periwinkle kind of a blue. That one right there in the very middle, it seems like it's lighter in pigment. The shade, I mean, you know, as far as the opaqueness of it is concerned, I'm not talking about the actual you know, shade color. I'm just talking about the thinness of it. But anyway, it makes for a really pretty shimmer. And so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do today, but I'm going to get into this. I do have primer already on my eyes, and I want to try to do a really pretty look. I mean, I'm not going anywhere or anything like that, but you know, I'm just hanging out here at the house today. It's a beautiful day here in Savannah, Tennessee. I mean, really nice weather. You know, it's in the 80s. We've been running the air conditioner still. It's, you know, it's what I call super summer. You know, the last part of August is like the end of the summer season, but it's still extremely warm. And so anyway, we run the air all year round, it seems like, except for about 2-3 months in the winter. Okay, I'm just going to go in with this brush here from Alamar Cosmetics, and wow, I really want to focus on these blues. I just think they're super, super pretty. I know I got to use that peach in here somehow. I might, I don't know, let's see, let me find a fluffy brush. Let me just lay down the peach in the crease, and we'll use it as a transition color, because I don't want to use it on the lower lash line. So it's easier just to let this kind of blend and fade into the background. And that way I can really focus on the blues in this palette. This palette is Violet Voss. It has some really good formulas, and it's, I think the brand itself is somewhat slept on. You know, I just don't, there's just so many independent brands that are out here that are, you know, seem to be featured, you know, in many of the YouTube community. And some of the major brands are just not getting a whole lot of attention. To me, that's what it seems like to me. But anyway, you'll have to let me know what you think. But there is a lot of new makeup that's coming out. Tarte has a beautiful palette that's called After Dark. And they are, you can tell that they are really making a stab at presenting some pigmented shades, which is a step up for Tarte because, you know, in times past they've used really light pigmented shadows, and, you know, striving to reach out to the conservative everyday makeup wearer. And so now I think that they're just trying to, you know, get in here with all of us crazy women that like pigmented shades. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to use a couple of brushes here, and I'm going to go in with these blues, and I'm going to start with this first light turquoise here, which is the one next to the orange, and I'm gonna lay that on the lid, and I'm gonna go into the like lower crease area. And as it moves up into that beautiful peach shade, you can see that as it blends, it transforms the color into almost like a purplish brown type tone. Can y'all see that in the crease, how that's doing? So these shades really blend super well together, and they mix. Can y'all see that? That little shadow there? Okay, we're just going to lay a little groundwork here for some of these deeper blues. Alright. Now for this other eye. You know, I used to, when I was in high school, I used to wear one single eyeshadow on my lid, and my eyes are deep set and hooded, and so I figured out just early on that if I went above the natural crease, I mean, you know, past the lid up into this crease area here, that I could make my lid look even better and bigger, and the shadow, when I opened my eyes, the shadow would show, you know, when I opened my eyes. Otherwise, it would, unless I blinked, you know, you might not be able to see it too good. But we didn't refer to, you know, putting makeup on, you know, how we do nowadays. The crease area, the outer V area, the inner corner. I mean, the inner corner was unheard of. You might see a little diagram on the back of an eyeshadow where it showed you how to do a look, you know, using 3 colors. But man, you were going all out if you were to play like that. You know, and I wasn't very good at eyeliner, so I really didn't use eyeliner, but I loved mascara, and I loved blush, and I loved lip gloss. And I didn't use concealer, but I would take my mother's foundation and I would put it in the underneath my eyes to help, you know, blot out the dark circles and just kind of even out the skin tone in the center of my face, you know, my nose and around underneath my eyes, and just kind of blend it out. But my skin was in really good condition back then. Okay, but this color, it takes me back. It takes me back to my high school days. But I had a shimmer in this, similar to this color right here, and I loved it. I wore it every day. So I figured out that if I wore a greenish type shade like this, then my blue eyes would be, you know, they would pop. It'd be like a contrast. But back then, you know, berry toned shades, red shades, you know, they was just practically, you know, we just didn't wear them. We wore blues or greens, maybe a purple. I really didn't even strive toward browns. Okay, now what I want to do. Ay, ay, ay. We have so many pretty shades to work with. I'm going to go into that lighter periwinkle blue color right there. And I'm going to use, let me find a flat brush here. And let me see if I can't just pack that on the lid. On top of this, oh yeah. On top of this green. Look at that, y'all. That is so pretty. So you can see that if I use a light hand, that green is actually going to show through, which is what I was thinking. And I'm just going to keep that right there in the front part. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. This is from B Bella, this brush here. I got a whole set of them. They're really nice little brushes. But this flat one especially, it's just like the perfect little size for my small eyes. And it's nice and flat, you know. Okay, so this shade right here is not really a metallic, but there's plenty of shimmer in it. And again, I'm just going over that green and creating that illusion of a larger lid space. Okay. Now with the same brush, I'm going to go into the darker blue right there. And we're going to use that on the lower lash line, I think. Because I really want some blue down there. And I may actually even come back to this shade here in a minute. But I wanted to go ahead and lay it down. Just to kind of get an idea of what that will look like with everything else I've already got going on. Okay, it looks kind of cray-cray right now, but we got to trust the process. Trust the process. All right, now I'm going to find I want to find a fluffy brush, not one that's too dense though. Anyway, this one right here ought to do it. Okay, now I'm going to go into that here it is. I made a mistake a while ago, y'all. I don't know why I swatched that one right there, because that is not even it. She wanted me to use this one, these two right next to each other. So let me just swatch it so you can see it, because it is a shimmer, and there it is right there. So anyway, let me just wipe this one off, because that was a boo-boo. I'm stuck on the wrong shade. Okay. So we're going to go into that, it's like an emerald green type shimmer. And I'm just going to use a fluffy brush though. And I'm going to put that right here on the outside. And I'm just going to bring it on in to meet that blue. Hello, blue. And I'm just going to work that into the outer V. And just work it right there in the corner. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. I really like this shade a lot. If I had caught my mistake earlier, I might have used this shade on the front part of the lid instead of the back. But I made a boo-boo, so I have to roll with it. But it's going to be okay. Wow, I really like the way those two shimmers work together. Okay, super fun. Okay, now I want to use a small brush and I want to go back into this green right here that I started with, and I want to put some right here in the front. And this little brush right here is from Complex Culture. It's got a really fine tip. I love it for this kind of work right here in the, you know, the lower lash line. I don't know which of these shades I like the best, the blues or the greens. But when you mix them, it's awesome. All right, now let me go back in with that blue, that dark blue. And we're going to go back over what I've got on the lower lash line with this flat edge brush. And just stay right here on this like outer half. And deepen that up a little bit, yeah. Yeah, that's what I want. All right, now let me use this fluffy brush and I'm going to go into that same dark blue that I was just using, and I'm going to just work right here, and I'm not going to bother that green right there, but I am going to work right above where I was and just kind of create that outer V shape without actually mixing the colors. I just want to like outline everything I did on the lid and just create that outer V shape. like that, just to give the eye look some depth and dimension. And then I'm just going to smoke it up into that pretty pinkish peach color, that mango. Awesome. Okay, I'm pretty well satisfied with the depth of that. All right, now the other eye. So actually what I'm doing here is I'm making the eye look bigger just by blowing it out like this. The eyeshadow space and the depth of the color. When I open my eyes, it's going to make my eye look bigger. So alright, I got my shape. Now I'm just going to like smoke it up a little bit. Soften the edge. And then relax my eye and continue to smoke it up. And I'm just tapping into the blue and I'm just building that outer corner up. And then when I hold my eye open, you know, with my lid down, you can still see all that green. But it ties into the blue in the front here where the inner corner is. So it's almost like a bandit, kind of a raccoon eye look. For lack of a better way to describe it. Anyway, it looks pretty drastic. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera, do my eyebrows, eyelashes, you know, and then we'll come back and do a lip look and we will finish this up. Alright y'all, I'm back and I opted out for lashes today. Instead I just piled on the mascara. I've got about 3 coats of this Cella mascara here, which I felt like defined the eyes really well, but that is the eye look. Blue and green mermaid goodness. I love it. I love it. I think it's so pretty. So anyway, I didn't even put any eyeliner on today. So, but I do want a little highlighter. So I'm going to go in with this one here from Revolution Pro. It's the Luster highlighter. And it's in the shade Rose Gold. And I love this compact. It's such a pretty highlighter. So I'm just going to go in with the, this is a dual-ended brush here from Farrah. And I'm going to use the highlighter end. And I'm just going to pop a little of this highlighter on. And the sun's going down, so my lighting has changed since the beginning of the video. But I sat here and fooled around with a bunch of products and put on a full beat. Which was not my intention, but that's what I wound up doing. I got enthusiastic. Anyway, I'm trying out a new foundation and, you know, I got some other products that I was fooling around with too. So anyway, I love this highlighter, y'all. It is so pretty. So I'm just going to kind of pile it on, I think. Maybe it'll take some good pictures. It's got a really pretty shine to it. And the rose, you'd think the rose and the glitter on the rose would just start to disappear, but it hasn't. I just keep using it and using it. Anyway, that's pretty. See that pink? That's nice. It just goes with what's up above, you know, the crease area. That pretty mango shade. All right, now let's go in with a nude lip since I've got so much going on with the eyes today. So I'm I'm going to use a lip liner here from Dragon Beauty. It's a really long pencil, and it's going to take me a while to use it, and it's one of those ones that you have to sharpen, but it's a really pretty brown, like a light kind of a brown. So I'm just going to line my lips really quick. And polish off this look here with a nude lip. Anyway, this pencil is really good and creamy. Easy to use. Universal brown shade, which goes so well with so many looks. Now I'm going to go in with this lip gloss here from Alamar Cosmetics. It's a brown nude shade, and the name of it is, oh my gosh, it's so little I can't even read it. Anyway, it's that shade. It's warm and it's pretty. And the lip liner is a little bit cooler than the lip gloss, but that's okay. I like Alamar's products and their brushes. Awesome. And that'll stay on the lips for a really long time. But it goes really, really well with, you know, a bright eye like this. So anyway, I'm just going to use a little setting spray. I'm going to go on with this one called One Hit from Item Beauty. I like it a lot. I'm just going to shake it up and just do a light dusting of it and set everything down and use my handy dandy little fan. And that spray right there is not really all that wet, so I mean, you really wouldn't even have to use a fan unless you just went in with, you know, a whole bunch of the spray. So anyway, that is my look for today. Oh my gosh, I love it. Jessica did good picking out these shades for me. I'm so glad. I'm so glad for these shimmers. That's a matte and that one's a matte. And then she had that shimmer, this shimmer, and this shimmer that she picked out. And they just went so well together. Boom shakalaka. But that green, oh my gosh, that green is amazing. Remind me of when I was a teenager. Those greens do. So pretty. But that blue shimmer right there, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's got some really pretty like glitter particles in it. So I have to come back and just do just a blue look. Skip the green. Let's go straight into the blues and maybe use, you know, maybe use this dark blue to go with it. That'd be really pretty. Okay, all the ladies are going to be listed down below. There's about a dozen of us. And everybody's paired up. We're swapping partners every week, so you get a different partner every week, and of course you present your palettes to them, and then they choose 5 shades out of one of the palettes and send it back to you. And you can, you know, you have to use all 5 shades, but you can put it in any, you know, area that you want to. And I didn't even do an inner corner highlight today. I skipped a lot of stuff, but I just felt like the eyeshadow itself was enough. And, you know, the mascara and everything. So anyway, I'm happy. Y'all have to let me know what you think down below. And please go and visit all the other ladies. They're awesome, talented, artistic, creative, eyes. They love color. You know, it's just amazing. It's an amazing collab. I'm really happy participating. Okay, y'all, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless you today is my prayer. I'll see you next time. Bye.